let's finish this classic, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I have less than 10 pages to go. Yeah, let's do this thing, huh? Handkerchief, 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 handkerchief. Mr. Rubblebuffin. Not at all, not at all, said the giant politely. Never met a nicer handkerchief. So fine, so handy. So I don't know how to describe it. What a nice giant he is, said Lucy to Mr. Tumnus. One of the most respected of all the giant families in Narnia. Not very clever, perhaps. I never knew a giant that was. But an old family. With traditions, you know. Of course, said Aslan. And now, those who can't keep up, that is, children, dwarfs, and small animals, must ride on the backs of those who can. That is, lions, centaurs, unicorns, horses, giants, and eagles. That's what I like about Aslan. No side, no standoffishness. Us lions. Oh, I like that. That's sweet, huh? I like that. Long live King Peter, long live Queen Susan, long live King Edmund, long live Queen Lucy. Once a king or queen in Narnia, always a king or queen. Bear it all, sons of Adam, bear it all, bear it well, daughters of Eve. Madam, said King Peter. Sister, said Queen Lucy. And so I say, said King Edmund. Then, in the name of Aslan, said Queen Susan, if ye will all have it so, let us go on and take the adventure that shall fall to us. So these kings and queens entered the thicket, and before they had gone a score of paces, they all remembered that the thing they had seen was called a lamppost. And before they had gone 20 more, they noticed that they were making their way not through branches, but through coats. And next moment, they all came tumbling out of a wardrobe door into the empty room, and they were no longer kings and queens in their hunting array, but just Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy in their old clothes. It was the same day and the same hour of the day on which they had all gone into the wardrobe to hide. Mrs. Macready and the visitors were still talking in the passage, but luckily they never came into the empty room, and so the children weren't caught. And that would have been the very end of the story if it hadn't been that they felt they really must explain to the professor why 4 of the coats out of his wardrobe were missing. No, he said, I don't think it will be any good trying to go back through the wardrobe door to get the coats. You won't get into Narnia again by that route, nor would the coats be much use by now if you did. Eh? What's that? Yes, of course you'll get back to Narnia again someday. Once a king in Narnia, always a king in Narnia. But don't go trying to use the same route twice. Indeed, don't try to get there at all. It'll happen when you're not looking for it. And don't talk too much about it, even among yourselves. And don't mention it to anyone else unless you find that they've had adventures of the same sort themselves. What's that? How will you know? Oh, you'll know all right. Odd things, they say. Even their looks will let the secret out. Keep your eyes open. Bless me. What did they teach them at these schools? And that is the very end of the adventure of the wardrobe. But if the professor was right, it was only the beginning of the adventures of Narnia. Step into the world of Narnia. It's a classic. It's a classic. Love it. Still love it. Yep.